Cherie Hansen here. I wanted to talk today about something that has been really weighing on my mind as I'm watching myself and the rest of the world. And the thing that I've noticed is that there's a sense of waiting. I think that takes up like 80% of our lives. You know, we're waiting to hear about a job, or waiting to get an appointment, or we're waiting to find out what's going to happen, or we're waiting for security, or we're waiting for the disaster. And basically, if you think about it, it's kind of interesting to see how the mind is like just some kind of hawk. It goes and it sits on a branch in a tree, and what it does is it finds a target and it sits there and it like waits for the opportunity. It is interesting to see how quickly the thing that we're waiting for, or we're afraid of, we're anticipating, we need to know about, disappears from our focus so that we can start waiting for something else. It's like, I'm waiting for my front window to get replaced. And I know that as soon as the workmen show up and start replacing my front window, my mind is going to go out and latch onto something else to wait for. The second interesting thing about the mind is how it looks backward. So I say to myself when I wake up, what did I do yesterday? Or what did I accomplish yesterday? Or how good was I yesterday? And I often think about the phrase, the white hat. In construction and in the trades, the guy with the white hat is the one that comes along and checks your work. Was it good enough? And the white hat shows up in our minds so frequently. But the difficulty is that the criteria for having performed a good job is just off whack. Because sometimes when we did a really bad job, we actually learn more than if we had somehow kind of meat-handedly, clumsily managed to get through it. So this is what I was thinking about today. I woke up, I did not feel well. It's a smoke in the air that's causing me difficulties and interfering with a deep, complete breath. And also, I think there's a lot of static going on right now. Easy enough to drown out the static. If you look at it as a renovation going on in your space, my life space, my head space, yes, there's a renovation going on. But if you're in a small space and there is jackhammering into the walls and the space is shaking, it makes it harder to just stay nonplussed and just like, oh, well, whatever, something's shifting, it'll be great. So when I woke up this morning, I immediately came to fill the space that I wanted to fill with ashes and negative thoughts and shards of glass. And I just said to myself, you're going to feel better. And that's the thing about waking up feeling really crappy, is like, that's so optimistic, because you know you're going to feel better soon. You're not going to feel like this all day long. So I just took it easy on myself, and I thought to myself, can I throw away the sense that I'm waiting for my life to start, and that I need to get into the day and do some kind of action that is going to calm, comfort, and make me feel like I'm in the good hands with myself. And then I thought, well, maybe I could just think I'm in good hands with myself without having to tap dance or take walls out or do some mammoth energy thing in order to prove something to myself. So this is the next thing that came into my mind. It's like, we're constantly like a bird that's just fluffing out our feathers, and we're going like, oh, look at me, I'm so good, I did this, I did that, don't you just love me? So, but we're doing it with ourselves. It's so much simpler just to wake up and go, I feel like crap. I don't know exactly what all the things are that are playing into it, but I think it's air quality. I will feel better. I'm going to take it easy on my body. I'm going to be gentle as I go through the day and stay in a place where I don't have to earn the right to respect myself. And that's what I wanted to share with you today, is the whole anticipating, proving, judging, all the rest of it does not make this transition that we're going through any easier. It only makes it more difficult. If we can just start with where we are. I feel like a pile of steaming something today, okay? I know that I will be wise enough to do things that'll make me feel better. And I'll keep my mind on the next breath, the next moment. I am not going to be at the window, like that little dog that's at the window waiting for the mailman or somebody to come up the walk, because it's an illusion. If we can't be in this moment, we're not going to be in the next moment. If we're so excited and anxious and focused on something that hasn't happened yet, what that does is it teaches us to never pay attention to the things that are happening right now. And yesterday I had a beautiful moment, a perfection, as I sat in the sun and I watched white butterflies flying around in the backyard. I don't know, were they butterflies or were they moths? But the sun was shining through their wings. And it was amazing how it calmed me down. I sat there and I brought my mind to look at it like you do through a camera lens. And I thought to myself, this is a moment of beauty. Oh my God, thank you. So, as much as we can, stay in the present, give yourself credit. If you feel like you were run over by a bus, just slow it down and do what you need to do to take care of your body and your spirit. The future is a place that never exists. Never. It's a mirage in a desert. Thank you.